Babu, the tales of Granny.
Tushar and Simi were excited to visit their grandparents for the Diwali break. Like every year, they were expecting to celebrate the festival with great enthusiasm at their grandparents' house. They would decorate the house with lights, colorful hangings, and beautiful rangolis. They would also go shopping for sweets and gifts. It was their favorite time of the year, when they would spend 10 to 15 days at their grandparents' house and have a lot of fun. Their grandparents loved them very much and gave them anything they desired. Tushar and Simi would get many toys, games, and chocolates as soon as they reached their grandparents' house. On the way, they were reminiscing about their last year Diwali when their father announced that they would be celebrating Diwali at their maternal aunt's house. Their grandparents were upset by this decision, as were Tushar and Simi. On the early morning of Diwali, Tushar, his parents and his sister started their travel via car. It was 2 hours' journey from their grandparents' house to aunt's house. Their grandmother was angry because she believed it inauspicious to leave the house on Diwali, but Tushar's father had said smilingly,
"Mom, nothing is inauspicious until we have our parents' blessing, and by afternoon, Rohan and Kriti will come along with their kids."
Rohan and Kriti were Tushar's paternal uncle and aunt. This was also one of the major reasons why Tushar and Simi didn't want to go to their auntie's place. Their uncle always brought many amazing toys, and he also took them with him to buy amazing firecrackers. No one else had better knowledge about crackers than their uncle. He was their favorite uncle.
Tushar recalled, "At the end of the day, we trusted our father's judgment. If he and Mom were taking us to Aunt's house on Diwali, there must have been an important reason behind it. On the way, Mom gave us our favorite halwa and sandwiches. She must have woken up early that day to prepare them for us. We knew that Mom and Dad were trying to cheer us up, so we decided to play along. After all, we were not 2-year-old kids. It was just that our parents didn't understand this. On the way, the scenery changed from city buildings to village farms. The morning air was fresh and refreshing. We were struck by the sight of the beautiful green fields, which looked even brighter in the morning sun. There were small pond-like structures in the fields, illuminated like a river of gold by the glistening sunrays. My sister and I were awestruck. My father took the car inside the village, which confused us. My sister asked,
"Papa, Aunt doesn't live in a village. Is this a shortcut to her house?"
Papa said, "No dear, we're going to my uncle's house for a short while to wish them Diwali. When your grandfather learned that we're going via this route, he asked me to meet Uncle on the way. It'll be a short meeting. Your mom and I have prepared some gifts for them, so please help to hand over the gifts to the elders. They'll be very happy to see you."
My sister loved to meet new people, so she was very excited, but I wasn't. Within a few minutes, we reached their house. It was a big house with many servants working in the courtyard. But as soon as our car came to a stop, we were greeted by the sight of many people waiting for us at the door. Everyone was happy to see us. According to their tradition, they put tikas on our foreheads and gave us some sweet drink. It was very refreshing. All of them welcomed us enthusiastically. My sister and I touched the feet of the elders and gave them Diwali gifts. Before coming, I had hoped that we could leave early, but after reaching there, I felt so welcomed and happy. Their grandchildren took us to show us their kitchen garden. To me, their kitchen garden was not smaller than a mini farm. It had so many varieties of fruits. We were able to pluck and eat them. All the fruits were so tasty. We also helped them with some Diwali decorations. But suddenly, someone came and asked us to go down because we needed to leave. I wanted to stay longer. At the gate, everyone hugged us with so much love and filled our car trunk with fresh vegetables, fruits, crackers, etc. We reluctantly said goodbye to them. I asked Mom why they had given us so much food and other things. Mom said, "This is the tradition of this village. They treat all their guests with so much sincerity and love. Village grandma and grandpa are especially fond of children." We were amazed by this traditional knowledge and decided to also welcome our guests, especially our family members, more enthusiastically from now on. It feels good to be loved and to give love. We asked our parents to take us back here in the future. After an hour, we reached our aunt's house. We went inside shouting, "Auntie, Auntie." Auntie was very surprised to see us all since my parents didn't tell them before coming. She got down and hugged both me and my sister. She was very happy. Suddenly, we heard the cry of Tia. She was my 7-month-old cousin sister. It looked like before our arrival, Auntie was feeding her. My mom took the task of feeding her. Auntie went inside to call my cousin brother Om, who was still sleeping. I was surprised that how one can sleep so late on the day of Diwali. After all, there are so many things to do. I looked around Auntie's house, but there was no festive atmosphere. There were no lights or rangoli, and only a few simple decorations hung on one wall. My sister and I felt disappointed, so we asked Mom in a hushed voice why there was no Diwali celebration at Auntie's house and where Auntie's husband was. Mom and Dad smiled and explained that Aunt's husband was not at home. He is a brave police officer and is always very busy. This was the 5th consecutive Diwali that Aunt's husband would be away from home. When civilians like us enjoyed our Diwali peacefully at home, our brave policemen and army officers kept us protected, even missing the opportunity to celebrate festivals with their families. Only few days back, Auntie had shifted to that new city to provide better education for my cousin, Om. They were not familiar with the city, and Aunt's husband was out of state for a week due to some urgent official work. That was why our parents had decided to celebrate Diwali at their house.
Diwali is not just about shopping, eating, lighting diyas, and playing with crackers, Papa explained. It also symbolizes sacrifice and spreading happiness.
Now we understood our parents' intention. My sister said,
"Papa, please help me decorate Auntie's house."
Okay, boss, Papa said.
Meanwhile, I went to Om's room. He was still asleep. I shouted loudly, "Hey Om, wake up. Happy Diwali. Let's get ready. Papa is taking us to the market to buy lights. We also brought many crackers. Come on, let's play." As soon as he heard my voice, he jumped out of bed and hugged me. Sleepiness was gone completely, and he was full of excitement. After that, my father, sister, and I decorated the whole house with lights and decorations. My mom and auntie got busy with my baby cousin, Tia. When we had arrived in the morning, auntie was looking very tired. But now she was enthusiastically preparing various foods for us in the kitchen. My mom was trying on new clothes that she had brought for baby Tia. The whole house was filled with laughter and happiness. My mom and dad helped us prepare gifts for auntie's new neighbors so that she could get to know the people around her. In the evening, we all performed puja and lit crackers. Om's eyes were shining so brightly. Jokingly, I asked him, "Om, how can one sleep so late on Diwali morning?"
After listening to this, Om hugged me and said emotionally, "I was very depressed on this Diwali. Papa is, as usual, not at home, and Mom is very busy this time due to Tia. I also don't have any friends here. I was missing my old friends so much. I literally planned to sleep the whole day and not disturb Mummy. But your arrival changed everything. This is by far my most happy Diwali.
After listening to this, I understood my father's words that Diwali also symbolizes sacrifice and spreading happiness. That was also one of my most favorite and meaningful Diwali. Me and my sister will never forget the contribution of frontline staff like doctors, nurses, police, shopkeepers etc. who work tirelessly on festivals like Diwali so that we civilians can enjoy happily and safely.
Hope you like this Diwali story. Wish you a happy and safe Diwali.
Please subscribe to our channel.